What's shaking, ElectroDrive news fam? Get ready to buckle up because the news cycle is moving at warp speed, and we've got the absolute must-know updates that you cannot afford to miss. From groundbreaking tech hitting the road to game-changing policy shifts and massive infrastructure plays, this episode is packed with the kind of intel that defines the future. We're diving deep into the innovations that are reshaping how we move, the policies that are influencing our choices, and the developments that are making everyday life smarter and more connected. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you've come to the right place. We're talking about a legendary marque that's leveling up its electric game with serious digital firepower and a surprising boost in utility. Then, we've got crucial intel for anyone eyeing an electric vehicle, revealing a key detail that could mean more time to snag that coveted tax credit. We're also tracking a major automotive player making significant adjustments to its electric vehicle production, a move that's sending ripples through the industry. And finally, get ready for a massive infrastructure upgrade at a popular travel hub set to supercharge your journeys. You do not want to miss a second of this. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when the next big story drops. The electric evolution continues. Porsche is making significant strides with its 2026 Macan EV, aiming to captivate buyers with a suite of advanced digital features and a notable increase in its towing capabilities. This move positions the Macan EV as a highly competitive option in the premium electric SUV segment, particularly for those seeking both cutting-edge technology and practical utility. The enhancements are not minor. They represent a thoughtful integration of AI and connectivity designed to elevate the ownership experience, while the towing capacity boost directly addresses the versatility demands of a broader consumer base. For the 2026 model year, Porsche is rolling out an impressive array of digital upgrades. At the forefront is the enhanced voice pilot, now powered by advanced AI integration, which promises to act as a more intuitive and responsive, real conversation partner. This upgrade is a significant step forward in automotive voice assistance, a field that has often struggled with natural language processing and complex commands. The system is expected to understand more nuanced vocal inputs, making interactions smoother and more efficient for drivers. Complementing this is the new Porsche Digital Key, a feature that allows users to lock, unlock, and start their Macan EV using their iPhone, Apple Watch, or Android device. Leveraging NFC, Bluetooth Low Energy (BLE), and ultra-wideband UWB technology, the digital key offers a seamless experience. Users can simply tap their device near a reader. The functionality extends to sharing access with up to 7 other users and even unlocking the front trunk, frunk, via the My Porsche app, adding a layer of convenience and flexibility. Porsche is also refining the Macan's parking and entertainment systems. The camera-powered 360-degree parking assist now includes a transparent hood feature, providing an enhanced front view that is particularly useful for navigating tight spaces or off-road conditions by improving visibility beneath the vehicle. Furthermore, the train parking system allows the Macan to learn and automatically replicate up to 5 frequently used parking maneuvers, simplifying an often tedious task. For those moments when the vehicle is stationary, such as during charging, Porsche is significantly expanding the infotainment offerings. Joining the Air Console platform are gaming partners Gameloft and Obscure Interactive, enabling occupants to play video games using a Bluetooth controller or a smartphone as a controller. The optional passenger display can also be utilized for gaming, allowing all occupants to engage in shared entertainment experiences when the vehicle is parked. Beyond the tech and entertainment, practical enhancements are also on the table. The all-wheel drive trims, the Macan 4, Macan 4S, and Macan Turbo, will see their towing capacity increased by a substantial 1,100 pounds, bringing the total to 5,500 pounds. This upgrade significantly broadens the Macan EV's appeal to those who need to tow trailers, boats, or other recreational equipment. Customization options have also been improved, with new choices for door sill guards and puddle lights. In the infotainment system, drivers can now personalize charging preferences, selecting preferred charging locations and providers for road trips, a feature born from the practical challenges of long-distance EV travel. It's important to note that these enhancements are exclusive to the 2026 model year and will not be available as over-the-air updates for previous models due to hardware differences. Porsche has confirmed that the order books are now open, with the 2026 Macan set to arrive in showrooms next spring. The company's focus on the EV variant is evident, with 60% of Macan sales in the first half of the year being the electric version, underscoring the critical importance of these updates in maintaining sales momentum and attracting new buyers. Still wondering if this electric upgrade is the right move for you? We've got more essential updates coming your way, including a crucial clarification on EV tax credits. A lifeline for EV buyers. For prospective electric vehicle buyers, a crucial deadline is fast approaching: September 30, 2025. This date marks the expiration of the current federal EV tax credit, a significant incentive that has helped drive adoption of cleaner transportation. However, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has recently issued clarifications that could provide a much-needed extension for many consumers, offering a glimmer of hope in navigating the complexities of purchasing an EV before the credit disappears. The key clarification from the IRS addresses the qualification criteria for the tax credit. Previously, the understanding was that to claim the credit, buyers needed to take delivery of the vehicle before the September 30, 2025 deadline. This meant that any delays in manufacturing, shipping, or registration, even if beyond the buyer's control, could result in the forfeiture of the tax credit. This strict interpretation often led to anxiety for buyers who had to factor in potential delivery hiccups, especially for custom orders or vehicles sourced from distant dealerships. The IRS's new guidance, however, states that as long as a buyer has signed a contract and made a payment for an eligible EV by September 30, 2025, they will qualify for the credit, regardless of whether delivery occurs after that date. This updated interpretation offers significant breathing room for both consumers and automotive manufacturers. For buyers, it alleviates the pressure of potentially missing out on the credit due to unforeseen circumstances. They can now place an order or sign a contract with greater confidence, knowing that their eligibility is secured even if delivery extends beyond the deadline. This is particularly beneficial for those who are special ordering vehicles or purchasing from out of state, where logistical challenges are more common. For automakers, this provides a more flexible sales window for their EV inventory, allowing them more time to move vehicles that might otherwise be less appealing once the credit expires. It smooths out the sales process and reduces the risk of unsold stock that doesn't meet post-credit price points. The IRS guidance applies to both the new EV tax credit, which can be up to $7,500, and the used EV tax credit, which can be up to $4,000. It also extends to leased vehicles, which are eligible for the $7,500 credit. Leasing can be an attractive option for EV buyers, often resulting in lower monthly payments and avoiding concerns about depreciation, especially in a market where resale values might be impacted by the removal of the tax credit and evolving fuel economy regulations. The crucial takeaway is that the act of signing a contract and making a payment, which can include a trade-in vehicle, by the September 30, 2025 deadline is the key to securing the credit. While the credit is secured, it can only be claimed on taxes in the year the vehicle is actually delivered. This clarification is a welcome development for the EV market, potentially encouraging more buyers to make the transition to electric mobility. By extending the effective period for qualifying for the credit, the IRS is helping to maintain momentum in EV adoption and providing a more predictable landscape for consumers and manufacturers alike. The clarity on contract and payment as the qualifying actions is a significant departure from previous interpretations and a boon for those navigating the EV purchase process. Securing that tax credit is a big win, but what happens when production needs to shift? We've got major news from a Detroit automaker next. Navigating production shifts. General Motors is implementing a significant adjustment to its electric vehicle production strategy, with plans to lay off approximately 360 workers at its Detroit EV plant in September. This move signals a recalibration of the company's output in response to evolving market demands and production schedules, highlighting the dynamic nature of the automotive industry's transition to electrification. The layoffs at the Detroit facility underscore the complexities GM, like many other automakers, faces as it ramps up EV production. While the long-term commitment to electric vehicles remains firm, short-term production adjustments are often necessary to align supply with demand, manage inventory, and optimize operational efficiency. The automotive sector is particularly sensitive to global supply chain issues, fluctuating material costs, and shifts in consumer purchasing patterns, all of which can influence manufacturing decisions. This development comes at a time when the U.S. auto industry is heavily reliant on imported manufacturing equipment. The increasing tariffs on such equipment can significantly impact production costs, forcing manufacturers to reevaluate their operational strategies and pricing. For GM, the decision to reduce output at the Detroit plant suggests a strategic response to these economic factors, potentially aiming to mitigate the impact of higher import costs and to ensure a more sustainable production pace. The impact of these layoffs extends beyond the workers directly affected. It raises questions about the pace of EV adoption and the industry's ability to manage the transition smoothly. While GM continues to invest heavily in its EV future, including the development of new battery technologies and vehicle platforms, such workforce adjustments are often a consequence of the challenging ramp-up phase. The company's ability to adapt its production capacity to market conditions will be crucial in its ongoing efforts to lead in the electric vehicle space. Analysts are closely watching how major automakers manage these production shifts. The goal is to balance the ambitious goals for EV sales with the practical realities of manufacturing and consumer demand. For GM, maintaining flexibility in its production footprint is key to navigating the competitive landscape and achieving its long-term electrification targets. The situation at the Detroit plant serves as a microcosm of the broader challenges and opportunities facing the entire automotive sector as it electrifies its fleets. From factory floors to travel hubs, the push for electric mobility is accelerating. Up next, a major airport is getting a serious EV charging upgrade. Palm Springs powers up for EVs. Palm Springs International Airport, PSB, is making a significant investment in sustainable transportation infrastructure, announcing a $400,000 project to install 80 Level 2 electric vehicle chargers by next year. This initiative aims to enhance convenience for travelers and support the airport's broader sustainability goals, positioning PSB as a forward-thinking facility in the growing EV landscape. The project, slated for completion and operation by early next year, will see the chargers installed in Parking Lot B, conveniently located directly in front of the airport terminal. This strategic placement ensures that EV drivers will have easy access to charging facilities immediately upon arrival or before departure, eliminating range anxiety for those traveling to or from the popular desert destination. The airport is utilizing revenue generated from its operations to fund this sustainability initiative, demonstrating a commitment to reinvesting in services that align with environmental objectives and traveler needs. Harry Barrett, Jr., Executive Director of Aviation at PSB, expressed enthusiasm for the project, stating, "Palm Springs International Airport is proud to meet the new standard for sustainability and convenience with the installation of 80 EV chargers right at the terminal." This quote highlights the airport's proactive approach to meeting the evolving demands of modern travelers, many of whom are increasingly opting for electric vehicles. The installation of a substantial number of chargers addresses a growing need for accessible EV charging at transportation hubs, making PSB a more attractive option for electric vehicle users. The addition of 80 Level 2 chargers signifies a substantial increase in available charging ports, significantly boosting the airport's capacity to support the growing number of electric vehicles. Level 2 chargers offer a faster charging rate compared to standard Level 1 chargers, allowing travelers to gain a considerable amount of range during their time at the airport, whether for a short trip or a longer stay. This infrastructure development is crucial for encouraging wider EV adoption, as readily available charging points at key locations like airports can remove a significant barrier for potential EV buyers. This investment by Palm Springs International Airport is a clear indicator of the trend towards electrifying public spaces and transportation infrastructure. As more airports, shopping centers, and public facilities install EV charging stations, the convenience and practicality of owning an electric vehicle continue to improve. PSB's initiative serves as a model for other airports and public venues looking to embrace sustainability and cater to the needs of the modern traveler. Further details about the project and its progress can be found on the airport's official website at flypsp.com/progress/. That's a wrap on today's top stories, but before you go, let's do a quick recap of everything we covered. Porsche is rolling out major digital upgrades and increased towing capacity for its 2026 Macan EV. The IRS has clarified that signing a contract and making a payment by September 30, 2025, secures the EV tax credit, even with later delivery. GM is laying off 360 workers at its Detroit EV plant to adjust output amidst production challenges. Palm Springs Airport is investing $400,000 to install 80 new EV chargers by next year. If you found this update valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to ElectroDrive News for all your electric mobility needs, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and tell us in the comments which story you're most excited about. Don't forget to follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content and real-time updates. Stay charged, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.